friends, today we are going to see class 8 science chapter, that is microorganisms, friend or foe. In this chapter we will get introduced to microorganisms, then we will understand what are microorganisms, types of microorganisms, useful and harmful microorganisms, and how can we prevent microorganisms from harming us, and how microorganisms spoil the food. Coming to first topic, that is introduction to microorganisms. So microorganisms, they are microscopic. Microscopic means they are only visible with microscope. Some exceptions are there. For example, this mushroom, which is a microorganism, is not microscopic because you are able to see it without any microscope or without any aided eyes. So this is one exception. Now again, one more exception is your yeast. This yeast is also exception because it is a type of microorganism, but you are able to see it without any aided or microscope. Yeah. So these were the two exceptions. Coming to next point, they are measured in microns. Micron is a unit that is used to measure the size of microorganisms. Next, they are found everywhere. Microorganisms are one of the living organisms which are found nearly in extreme conditions also. They form a layer called cyst in undesirable condition. For example, if there is high cold or high wind is blowing, they form a layer cyst which protects them from undesirable condition. So this all introduction we have got about microorganisms. But what are microorganisms? So here we have understood many characteristics about microorganism, but what exactly are microorganisms? The small microscopic organisms are called as microorganisms. A simple definition, by understanding the characteristic only we have got the definition that they are small, and how much small that you cannot see them with unaided eyes or microscope. So they are microorganism. Example, algae and fungi. Now there are few types of microorganisms. What are they? They are fungi, bacteria, protozoa and algae. So fungi, they lack chlorophyll. They lack chlorophyll means they don't have chlorophyll. They may be unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular meaning they have only one cell to perform all their life activities. Whereas multicellular means they may have more cells. Example, mushroom. Mushroom, as you have just seen here, it is a multicellular organism because it has a lot of function. It has a lot of cells to perform function, many life activities, and you see that here you don't have any chlorophyll. Chlorophyll means it's a green color pigment. Here you don't find any type of chlorophyll or green color pigment that you find in trees or plants. Similarly, you have yeast, which is a unicellular organism. This yeast, you don't find any green color pigment. So again, it is a fungi and lacks chlorophyll. Now I will show you the working of yeast. So for this experiment, you need some water, sugar, a lid and some yeast. So first you need to take some yeast and add it in lukewarm water. I have taken lukewarm water. Then dissolve some sugar in it and cover the lid and leave it for some 5 to 10 minutes. So let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll see it. So it is already 5 to 10 minutes. So you can see here the yeast has got activated. I had left it for 5 to 10 minutes. It has become soggy, and this is how yeast gets activated, and this is how it works. And if you want to demonstrate that carbon dioxide is released during the activation of yeast, then you can add some dough and knead it. Then you, after some 2 to 3 hours, when you see it, you will see that the dough will get risen up because the yeast has activated and carbon dioxide is released, so that the dough becomes puffed up. So now let's see next type. So now next type, bacteria. They are the simplest organisms, meaning they are one of the simplest living organisms. They cause many diseases like cholera, anthrax. Now they are responsible for many diseases like cholera and anthrax. Coming to third type, protozoa. They are generally unicellular, meaning they have only one cell. Most of them are single celled, example amoeba, paramecium, etc. Coming to algae, they are plant-like microorganisms. Why plant-like? Because they have cell wall and they have chlorophyll pigment and they are autotrophs. Example, volvox and Spirogyra. Now, let's move to next topic, that is useful microorganisms. So now coming to useful microorganisms. So microorganisms are used in different fields. Firstly, in food industry it is used, in commercial industry, in antibiotic making, in making vaccines, in agriculture, in cleaning earth. In six types microorganisms are useful. Firstly, food industry. Food industry, in making bread, you use a microorganism, that is yeast. You use yeast, and this is also one of the food industry example. And in making milk, in converting milk to cheese, milk to other dairy products, you use microorganism. In converting milk to curd also you use. In converting milk to curd, lactobacillus is present, and this lactobacillus present in curd converts a whole milk into curd overnight. So that let's demonstrate it with the activity. For this activity, you need some milk and some curd. So first take some lukewarm milk and add a spoon of curd in it and stir it well and cover it and keep it overnight. So it's the next day. Let's see whether it has converted into curd. Yes, it has got converted into curd. So this curd, how it has converted? Because the milk had no lactobacillus bacteria, but when I added some curd into it, and the lactobacillus bacteria started getting reproduced, and they become more in size, more in number. So this is how curd is made from milk. So in commercial industry, microorganisms are used in making wine and citric acid and acetic acid, that is nothing but your vinegar. So again, for making wine, this yeast is used, whereas for making acetic acid, that is vinegar, and citric acid, many other microorganisms are used. Coming to in antibiotic making, antibiotics are made using microorganisms. This is a shocking fact that diseases are caused by microorganisms, but they are also cured by microorganisms. So antibiotics, this antibiotic was first discovered by, the first antibiotic discovered was penicillin, which was made from a bacteria penicillium. Now coming to fourth one, in making vaccines. So vaccines are the weakened or killed microorganisms that are injected into the body. Now our body produces antibodies. Antibodies are produced by our body, and which cell produces it? It is produced by WBC, that is white blood cells. And this antibodies, when the weakened microorganisms are injected, they know that these are harmful to us, so it fights against it. So vaccines are nothing but weakened microorganisms. Next, in agriculture, the microorganisms help in fixing nitrogen and nitrogen cycle. So the microorganism that fixes the nitrogen is Rhizobium bacteria. In cleaning earth, we know that microorganisms are called decomposers. The dead and decaying matter on the earth is decomposed, and it is used for agricultural purpose, natural agricultural purpose. The trees are plants in the forest, when any animal gets killed, that microorganism decompose and that is used by the plants near it. So yeah, this was part 1 of microorganism friend or foe. In the next part, we are going to see the rest of the topics. Thank you.